Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Trade. And I am Kiran Prabhu here. And I would like to welcome all our viewers to our second episode of Beyond the Trade. And in today's session, we are going to talk about very interesting topics. But before that, I would like to ask our fellow team members, Divakar sir and Arun, to please share a brief introduction so that all our audience, I think because in the last video we didn't out of our excitement to discuss things, we didn't think that we should introduce ourselves to our viewers. So we will rectify that issue this time, and we'll start with Divakar sir. So Divakar sir, if you can just give a introduction of you, so that all our audience can get to know a little bit more about you.
Thanks, Kiran. Thanks for inviting me to this show, and it's an honor from my side. Well, my name is Divakar Kanth, and I was in IT service business most of my life, and parallelly I was into trading and investment also here and there since 1991-92, I can say, but not very active. I used to just enter and take profits and go off. But I've been an active trader for almost 10 years now, and I've seen the ups and downs of markets. So here I am.
Great, sir. That is a thank you for sharing that. For our audience, I would like to say that someone thriving in the markets for 20 plus years, that itself shows how resilient one needs to be. And I think Divakar sir is the perfect example for to demonstrate that how resilience is a very, very important factor if one has to thrive in the financial markets. So thank you very much, sir, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let us move to our dear friend Arun. So Arun, a small introduction from your side. If you can tell what exactly you are doing, and what are your aspirations, that will be great for knowing to our audience.
Thank you, Kiran, for inviting me again. So I am Arun Vashista. Though by degree I am a company secretary, LLB and BCom, by profession I am a full-time trader since the last 5 years, and I am in the market since the last 10 years. But into full-time trading, I am doing it for the last 5 years. And now I have even started mentoring traders since the last 1 year. So I'm mentoring some successful traders as well as some beginners. And that is what. So now my aspirations are, and it has worked for wonders for me, especially in improving my trading as well as for giving a direction to people, so I can help them and I learn from them also. So that's it.
That's very nice, Arun. I think you brought an important point that the best way to learn is to teach someone. So I think you are a living example of that, because when you said that you're mentoring successful traders and new traders, and also the point which you mentioned that your overall approach and trading has improved because of you becoming a mentor. So that itself is a very insightful point, I can say. So thank you, and welcome to the show. And my name is Kiran Prabhu, and I am by educational qualification, I am a print technologist, but I spent 20 years in the print industry in various capacities. And in January 2024, I came out of my, I changed my profession from being a print technologist to become a full-time investor and a trader. And now I earn my living by doing this. And also I'm the founder of a community called AASK Traders Hub. And the purpose of having this community is just like what Arun said, that actually the main purpose is this. Okay, what I feel is to learn about financial markets and know about these things, there is no structured way of learning of this. Like in the show further, you will know how much time all of us, if you put together three of us, you will have, I think, 35 plus years of learning. So 20 years from
Yeah, that's an
20,
interesting one.
20 years from Divakar sir, I think around from my side it is around 11 years plus. Arun, what is yours?
Yeah, 10 years into the market.
So 40 years of learning. So in terms of man hours, I'm telling you. So 40 years of learning, it's very difficult. You will come to know that, that is because there was no structured way of learning. So now, the purpose of Ask Data Service is to make this very structured knowledge so that we can concise all our knowledge into a maybe, 6 months or 8 months or whatever it is. Because see, it is not dependent on us. We can be able to, share our knowledge very openly and all that, but it all depends on our students or our mentees, how fast they learn or how fast they are. Because the point here is, Arun keeps mentioning this, what might suit me might not suit someone else.
Right.
Because investing and trading is not a, one recipe which suits everyone.
Correct.
Okay? So it depends on our individual nature, what risk appetite, what is the goal we want to achieve, and so many things are there. So this is a wonderful thing, as you saw that, 40 years of learning, we are coming together and discussing. So you will find lot of, amazing pearls. And I will not say as pearls of wisdom, but they are real pearls. Pearls are actually very rare to find. And you will find those lot of pearls in our today's discussion. So welcome all of you, and thank you, gentlemen, for being here. So let us get to today's topic. So actually, the topic today, what we are going to do, talk about is, the hidden truths about trading. And actually, the title given for is, lesson from the trenches. Lesson from the trenches is actually telling all our audience that, we are getting you this collective knowledge of 40 plus years coming here right in front of you in the matter of next 60 minutes. So it is a wonderful, concept and very good things you will get to learn from this particular discussion. So in this episode, what we will do is, we will talk about the real world challenges as far as trading and investing is concerned. And, it's not all about some flashy charts or making profits and other things, because there is much more to it. There is a lot of grit. There is a lot of strategy, some hard lessons we have learned along the way. And, all the three of us will be very glad to share our, learnings with all of you today. So let us begin. What are we going to do is this. Okay, so the first segment, what we would like to do is, we would like to break some myths for all of you. Okay, so because nowadays there is a lot of myths going on around. I am very sure it's not now. Even Divakar sir, when he speaks, he will tell you myths have been existent since my grandfather's age. But but in today's scenario, I think it is very important that we bust few myths before we proceed. So I would like to start with Divakar sir. Sir, what is that one big misconception about trading or investing, what most of the people have?
Well, Kiran, actually, to begin with the topic, the hidden truths about trading. Well, I would like to add first one thing on that. There are actually no hidden truths in the trading, actually, because you're not seeing it. It's not hidden, it's actually in front of you, but you're unable to accept and see that. So that becomes the actually the hidden truth. The stock market is so exciting, and every other person today in the world wants to trade and make a quick buck. So what's happening is, in that speed, they're forgetting the discipline or the preparation they require to do. And finally, when they start probably, losing out in the game, they will see others who are successful and start thinking maybe there is a hidden truth. So it's not like that. It's not like that. It's actually in front of you, right in front of you. if you just open up, and it's very simple, and there are no hidden truths. It's very easy to learn. That's the feel about that. And yes, coming to the myth part of it, yes, if you go back to my early trading days, it was a taboo that if you say you are into trading, people used to look at you differently. You know, trading definitely was a confirmed kind of a gambling concept in those days. So, well, actually, the current myth you can say is people believe you're going to lose money. You're going to lose money. Definitely, there is no provision for you to make money at all. So that's because, as the data says, 90% of the people are losing money in the. It's so unfortunate. So all this because basic simple rules again, they're not, there is no college as we did talk about. So a trader who wants to become a trader, there is no proper preparation for him. There is no proper learning for him. So it just picks up his investment, opens a demat account, start trading straight away, and end up in losing money. So that's the myth which is there. So I want to definitely reconfirm on the viewers that please do not believe that myth. There is no such thing. I want you to be one of the 10% trader. Definitely you can become if you just prepare a little bit and learn from whatever source. Today it can be newspaper or YouTube channel or whatever source through mentors. So do some preparation and start trading. I'm sure it's very easy to be a successful trader.
Very well said, sir. Actually, I would like to bring to the notice of sir to just add to the point of the hidden truths. It is because of SEO optimization. Only when you have these kind of names, people will come and see. So that is because of that. I know that there are no hidden truths, but because of the YouTube algorithm, we have to keep such titles. so that is the one thing. And second thing, sir, as you rightly pointed out, one thing I would like to bring to all our audience notice is, as Divakar sir pointed out, if you go to any trading app or any application, you'll see that there will be first disclaimer in which it says that 90% are losing money. But one thing I would like to tell all of our viewers is you will find this difference in people like us, that we don't look at that 90 number, we look at that 10 number.
Right.
Because it's all about viewpoint, it is all about perception. People get easily scared.
Right.
As Divakar sir rightly pointed out, the biggest myth that if you come into the financial markets, you're going to lose money. It's not true. There are 10% of people who are making money. So your target should be to come into that 10% category.
Right.
So very well said, sir. Fantastic. Great message.
Yeah.
So we'll move to Arun. Arun, what according to you is the biggest myth you would like to burst today?
One thing I completely agree with Mr. Divakar sir. He has mentioned that there are no hidden truths. Actually, with this social media age now, and everything is there on social media, so there is nothing hidden. But the problem is we are not able to interpret those things. So because of so much data, we are not able to conclude that which is right, which is wrong. But everything is available today. So it is not about hidden, only the myth. So the myth that I want to today break is that people think that strategy makes money. So everyone, you go to social media, is selling some kind of a strategy. Even in their courses, everyone is selling strategy, 1 strategy, 2 strategy. So, but what people don't understand, that with only strategy is only one part of the puzzle, that trading puzzle we are trying to solve. You cannot make, it is impossible to make money only from the strategy. Like everyone, even people who come to me through social media, through wherever I'm posting, like on LinkedIn and everywhere, everyone is asking for some like holy grail strategy. Everyone is looking after that. But what I have found out, that all the successful traders, and even Mr. Divakar sir, and you will also agree, that it is the process behind that strategy which makes you money, not the strategy. So how will you enter a trade? How will you exit a trade? What will be your stop loss? How will you manage the trade once you enter the trade? So what will be your position sizing? So that is what will determine whether you will be able to make that strategy profitable. So I will tell you, even all the skillful traders, they can make even a simple strategy profitable, which is all available on the YouTube and everything. And a beginner trader or a trader who does not know how to create a process, give him the world's most profitable strategy, but still they will not be able to make it profitable. So that is the biggest issue I am finding on social media. Everyone is only after a strategy or this thing or that thing, but they're not understanding it is not the strategy. It is about the process and the discipline to follow that process that makes a successful trader. It is not the strategy. I can show you on YouTube and social media, there are so many profitable strategies today that are floating, but people cannot make it profitable because they are not after the process. They're not after the discipline to follow that process.
Very well said. I mean, Arun, I mean, it is like, fantastic. If at all, as you rightly pointed out, if there was a holy grail, I remember this statement of yours that ऐसा कुछ grail होता, मुकेश अंबानी भी आके ट्रेल कर जाता. क्यों वो इंडस्ट्री बना के? I mean, why would he set up an industry and work so hard?
No, businessmen will do business. It is the simplest business. Just sit at your home, press one buy button and sell button and make all the money.
Very well said. So a very, very clear message to our audience, that it is not about the strategy, but it is about the making a process for that particular strategy and having the discipline to follow that process. Very, very well said, Arun. And thank you so much. And from my side, the biggest myth I would like to burst is, people tend to think that trading is about beating or getting more smarter than the market. So I want to tell all of them that market Bhagwan che. Okay, so you cannot outsmart it, nor you can't beat it. Yeah. All you can do is go along with it. Don't try to act too smart. When it is going up, don't say that अभी और इतना ऊपर गया है और अभी कितना ऊपर जाएगा करके short मत करना. And when it is falling down, don't go with that thing. Then अरे इतना गिर गया अभी और कितना गिरेगा करके long मत जाना. So it is very simple. Don't try to outsmart the market. Go with make the market your friend. Go with the direction. Simple. So this is what I would like to bust the myths about. These are the myths what we.
This is the hidden myths. Now you have removed the word hidden.
No, actually, I wanted to speak about hidden truths, but it has somehow become hidden myths. So no issues. So, but of course, the next segment, we'll move on to the next segment, which is actually on hidden truths. So now I would like to talk about these hidden truths. So these are what we'll be sharing is some straightforward, crystal clear truths. These are facts which we want to share with all of our audience. So let us, let us start with Divakar sir again on this. Sir, one of the biggest truths, what all of us should understand is that, that losses are our best teachers. So, what is your viewpoint about this fact, sir?
Yeah, Kiran, I totally agree with that. The reason being, the learning process happens in a best way through losses. You start seeing the success in the beginning, and then it becomes a very big problem. And when the actual, turnaround comes. So the best thing is to, go through the losses and, learn the whole thing and come up. So, that's the first part of it. But as a trader, you will end up in actually making losses in the beginning. So here, what I considered was in my earlier time. So say in the last 10 years, I will admit at least my first 6 years has not been very successful. So I took almost 5 to 6 years to make a successful, a consistency on the success. So in those 6 years, whatever losses which I have incurred, I actually tell my friends I paid hefty fees to NSC on that to learn it. So basically, I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to give up, because I believe there is definitely a mechanism where if someone is making money, why not I? What is that, coming back to the hidden truth, which we talked about, is nothing but the experience. It's the number of hours which you put in. It makes you a good trader. So that's all. We be in the system, keep on trading, whatever strategy you pick up, believe in that strategy, keep on implementing it. So even if you enter at a wrong time and incurring losses in that cycle, I'm sure you will come back to the profitable stage. So the losses are definitely our best friends. It will make you cautious the next time. It will make you, very much alert on that particular strategy which you missed out. So all these things are very important, because finally, if you want to make big money, you should not have any mistakes to be done on the later stage. So nobody will enter the market with big funds, right? So they will enter with a substantial amount and then keep on increasing it. So if you are learned through the losses, then it will be easier when you bring with a huge amount of capital. Otherwise, definitely it's going to be the opposite of it. So I believe and truly, accept that losses are going to be your friend.
Yeah. In fact, very well put, Divakar sir. I think losses actually, if we allow ourselves to learn from the losses, uh, there cannot be a biggest teacher than a loss. But the point here is we should allow the loss to teach us. We shouldn't go into a fighting mode with the market. How can market take away money from me? And we start revenge trading, over trading, increasing the position size, and no risk management and all that.
Yeah.
So very well said, sir. I would also like to know from you, from the loss, this one, is there any one small thing what somebody can do to learn from their losses? Any one small trick what you personally use or something like that?
No, see, if you want, I can go with my personal example of earlier instance where, you mix a lot of emotions. So when you're losing, if you put a lot of emotion, like, you put your ego in front of you, right, and as you said, challenge the market or something like that, it never works. So I have definitely plenty of such examples with me. If you want, I can share one.
No, what I wanted to know is, like, for example, all of us know that, everybody makes a loss. What I was wanting to know from you is how to overcome this loss, or how can we learn from the loss? What can we do specific thing to learn from the loss?
See, the losses are, as I said, if you are experiencing losses continuously, definitely there is something wrong. So you need to actually, perhaps give a break, a small break. If you are an everyday trader, do not trade for about a week. And in that 1 week, I'm sure, a lot of things can change. You need to analyze. So, okay, if I'm doing the same thing again and again, if I believed in that, which is not working, so what exactly is wrong with it? So losses, if you are experiencing it continuously, and if you continue that, perhaps it may not work. I would suggest a break in that particular period, and which will give you enough time to revive yourself and come back with maybe change that particular strategy, or you will clearly analyze, okay, this is where I'm doing wrong. So this is how actually I'm incurring back-to-back losses. So that will change. I would suggest take a break is the best thing to do when you are incurring continuous losses.
Yeah. So very well put, Divakar sir. So what Divakar sir actually means by taking a break is, of course, most of the people who are serious about this, even if they take a break, they'll be thinking about this. But what I would suggest is, even when you think of it, you think from the perspective of what is that I was doing wrong. Try to go and find the root cause of what was going wrong. And if you start questioning yourself, you will definitely find the root cause. And when you know the root cause, the solutions becomes easier for you to find. So that is what Divakar sir wanted to convey. Right, sir?
Yeah, definitely. Correct.
Great. Thank you so much, sir. So this was a very deep insight about the whole thing, that, losses actually refine our edge if we let them to. Okay, so that is the message. And thank you so much. So let us ask Arun now. Arun, another truth about the financial markets is, consistency beats perfection. Okay, so it is not about perfection. It is actually all about consistency. So what do you have to say about that?
It's just like that. I tell you that, we were also discussing about losses. So there is one post that I write about on LinkedIn on this, that Roger Federer, one of the greatest tennis player in the history of tennis. So he only won 55% of the total points that he played. Okay, only won 55% of his total points. 55%. Out of every 100 points, he only won 55. But he won 82% of his matches. You can imagine, with 55% of points won, he won 82% of his matches, total matches he played throughout his career. So what does that mean? So it doesn't, losses doesn't define you. It's same applies to trading. It's not like that we are winning trader means he is having 80% win rate or 90% win rate. So it is not about perfection. And especially I tell you, in trading, people who are coming here with big ego problems, and all the people who are coming here to win every trade or make money every month, every day, they are going to fail at it miserably. It's not because of the market. It's because of their own ego problems. That is the issue, because market humbles ego people very quickly. All the egoistic people. So there is only, so market is like God. So before the God, we only have to bend. We cannot stay with ego mindset. So in market, if you come with the ego mindset, if you come that I want to achieve perfection here, I want to have 90% win rate, I want to win every month, I want to win every week. So that is not possible. You come with a mindset of risk management, that my goal is I will not lose this much money, that I will try to manage my trades according to the market conditions. So that's where you can succeed. So our goals have to be different. I cannot just put some condition on the market every month. I will make like 10% every month, 20% every month. That's what I observe with beginner traders. They are coming with all these mindset. Trading is not a job. So it's a business. So in job, you can have targets like this month. Okay, my salary is going to come this much. So now I want to increase my salary and all these things.
Yeah.
So it is a business. Like businessmen, if you go to them, they don't have target. Even if you want to have target, at least have yearly goals. Okay, don't have monthly goals. Don't have weekly goals. That's a difficult thing to do. So that is what. So that is why consistency here is main is like if you really want to have goals, what I give all my mentees is have goals based on the process. Whether you are following your process, like what is your efficiency ratio? Like if you put like these are my rules, so how many times out of 20 trades, in how many trades were you able to follow your rules? Again, don't target. I never give them goal of having 100% efficiency. Only 70 to 80% of efficiency only. You can operate. You can be a consistently profitable trader easily. So if you have some rules, and then your only goal is to follow those rules. So that is what consistency is. So that I check based on your trade analysis and whichever rules you have put, what is your efficiency? So that's what I call efficiency percentage. So what is your efficiency percent? The goal is not perfection. The goal is the efficiency level. So if you have these kind of objectives, then there is a long-term goal that you can survive in this business for long term. So the game in trading is survival, not some imposing something that I want to make this much. I want to double my money every month, every year. That is not what the goal will survive in this market.
Absolutely. I mean, see, as you rightly pointed out, see, only when you survive, then only you can thrive.
Then only.
Only when you survive, then you can thrive.
Yeah, rightly said.
If you don't survive at all, there is no question of thriving.
Yeah.
So very well said, Arun. And this is what it is. Perfection is a myth. Okay, and consistency is the reality. Okay, this is the thing. And just to highlight Arun's point, mathematically, if you see that, if you have this, 1:2 risk reward ratio, what everyone keeps talking about. So if you have this 1:2 risk reward ratio, that means every time you lose one, and every time you win two. So that is what it means. With this risk reward ratio, even if you are right 50% of the time, as he was talking about Federer, even if you are right 50% of the time, at the end of the duration, you will end up net profitable. So
Definitely.
this is the whole, you can call it a secret or whatever it is, but this is a fact. So this is what it means. So fantastic, Arun. So nice. I also like that, the review what one has to do of their trades, which will actually make them analyze on what the consistency rate is, or, in your case, what you said as the percentage efficiency. So if you want to get good at this game, so try to focus on increasing the efficiency percentage. So,
excellent.
that's it. So these were the two truths. Okay, now it's my chance of talking about one truth. The truth is, in trading, okay, success is 80% psychology and 20% strategy. So this is again coming from the point of what Arun was mentioning. Nowadays everyone talks about, give me one. They are in that hunt of that one holy grail strategy. But the fact is this, that strategy is not what is there to win the game for you. It is about your psychology. So basically what it means is, it is all about how we manage ourselves, how we manage our emotions, how we manage when there is a win. What do we do? So if you ask any one of us, when we win, we don't go out doing bhangra and all that. We are the same. Even when we lose, we are the same. So am I right?
Even if we don't know bhangra, we don't do different kind of dance.
Yeah, exactly. So see, it is all about, see, this is actually what I feel is, see, this is a very what you can say, a very meditative process actually. So when you are doing meditation, what is that you are doing? You are finding a balance. You are not getting too excited, nor feeling too low and all that. So it is a way of getting detached. So when you get detached, obviously the emotions and other things will be much under your control. So this is one thing what I wanted to share. This is a fact. And you can go and ask anyone who is into this field, they will tell you this. So it is not about the strategy, rather than it is about, how we manage ourselves. Like, for example, if I can put it in one sentence, it will be this, that, even if, as Arun pointed out that time, even if I give you a best strategy, okay, it will fail if you don't have the right mindset.
Yeah, correct.
It is just that, there is nothing more or big about this. So it is as simple as this. So this is what I wanted to share about the truth from my side. Great. So next, we'll go to, we'll have a panel discussion now. Okay. So this is a new segment, what we are trying to get into our Beyond the Trade, session, which is about, we'll have a panel discussion. So the discussion will be about how each one of us has evolved over a period as a trader, and what has been our most important or pivotal moments what we have in our own trading careers, trading and the investing careers. So let us start with Arun now. So we'll just change the sequence.
It's all about, like, trading, what I feel as a trader, you have to be adaptable. That is the most important quality. That's what I find. It's not about being like that Charles Darwin law, okay, matlab, survival of the fittest, not the strongest. So in trading also, it's not the person with a big capital or big size or any like big ego or a big businessman. It doesn't matter. It's the person who adapts to the market. So you have market, because market itself is a what do you say, very complex thing. So market itself keeps on adapting. So if you want to survive in this market, if you want to play a long-term game, then you have to keep on adapting. So in order to, so that is what the whole learning curve is. That's why if you stop learning in this business, you are out of the game. As simple as that. So that's what I told you. Even now I have started mentoring. So I'm mentoring some experienced traders also. Even they are much more experienced than me. Most of the people that I meet. So even so, I learn from them. So, and I teach whatever I know, but I'm also learning from them. Like what are their strategies? Even beginners also. Some beginners have different insights. Like we are not able to see those insights now, but the beginners come and they can find some other insight. So they gave us different insights, and every person, like I believe every person has some kind of a different insights. Same chart, same book, same chapter, but every person will interpret it differently. So that's how you have to keep on learning. So it is all about learning. So you have to be adaptable. If you are not adaptable in this business, you will not be able to survive. That is a big issue.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much. I mean, it's the right. It's not only about trading. I feel it's about our life. You know, we should be lifelong learners. That's what my thing says.
Yeah.
Okay, lifelong learner.
Lifelong learners. Okay, so so see, this is a fact. Even our elders used to tell us this. That the day you feel that you know everything, that will be the start of your decline. That is what they used to say. So, and it is a fact. So, very well put, Arun. I think all of us should be lifelong learners. So, that is the fantastic message what you have shared. So, Divakar sir, what has been, how have your journey and how have you evolved as a person or as a trader in this, in your journeys?
Well, I definitely agree with Arun on this. So, year on year, if you ask me, actually, it is definitely made you a better person. Okay, and person-wise as well as trade-wise. So the learning process is continuous. So you definitely learn something new every year from the trades which you have taken and losses and profits which you have seen. So it will definitely make you a better and better and definitely a better person year on year. So here also on the long term, when you said that it's like a meditation, you will become a person with a neutral kind of a person. So you are not happy, as you said, when you make big money, you're not going to cheer up and dance, or you're not going to cry when you end up in big losses. That is definitely the kind of emotion state which you will reach. So that's the reason I said I'm not at all bothered now to share my earlier losses or the profits or whatever. So because, it's just another day for me now onwards. Well, I also did mention about the sports activities in our last session. So I would like to mention it again. The swimming what you do or the running what you do, in the initial days, if you are into swimming, perhaps any one of you do swimming, Arun or Kiran?
Yeah, I do, sir.
Yeah, so if you are a long distance swimmer, on your first day of learning, even the 10 feet kind of a swim would look so tough. But in course of time, once you learn the breathing technique, you will get the confidence of swimming any distance. And that's very similar in running also, which I mentioned.
Yes.
So here, now, once you reach and evolve in your training number of years, that will give you, whether you like it or not, fantastic experience. That experience, will make you a neutral person. And today, if you are going to give me any huge amount to trade, I would trade in a very similar way what I'm doing with my current capital. So I will not have any kind of extra emotions for that extra capital or the lesser capital. If I'm believing in that trade which I'm going to take, I will trade with the same kind of a fund which you give me. See, because there are things like you need to adapt and implement for different trades in a different style. It's not like that. Once you have a control and once you have learnt and experience on that particular thing, the whole process looks smooth. So definitely over the years, trading has made me personally a very good person also, I think. And at least by trade-wise, I've become a good trader.
Yeah. So actually, Divakar sir, I think I mentioned it in the last session also. I am a firm believer of this concept. Okay, if you become a good trader, inevitably you will become a good human being.
Oh,
And
well, good.
and the other point is, if you are already a good human being, you have all the qualities to become a good trader.
Good trader. Okay, well said.
So this is a firm belief what I have, and you have actually mentioned it very nicely, and I believe in this. It's because it's because what I feel is all the decisions what we take, or the way we approach things, or the way we look at the structure of the market, or how we get what you can say, how we assimilate this information what we get. Like for example, I don't, I mean, I'm very sure Divakar sir, do you follow any news channel or anything like that?
I don't. I mean, I just browse on that. That's all.
Yeah. So Arun, I know that he definitely doesn't have a look, because I know that. I see. This is the point. See what we are doing. This is the small thing what I would like to share with our audience. See, we cut out the noise. It is not that see, why I'm telling this is because actually whatever you see today outside, in the business channels, or people talking about, and people, these so-called market gurus and all that, what they're telling is 90% of the time it is noise. So I would say that I will do one. I would suggest to the audience, please do this one exercise. Follow one market guru for 2-3 days, not more. 2-3 days. Pick up whatever he says. One about any particular stock or whatever it is. Observe what happens. 90% of the time, I will tell you whatever he says, uska ulta hoga. So if you want to really take from them to begin with, वो जो बोलता है ना, अगर वो बोल रहा है long जाओ उल्टा short जाओ. See, this is just what I'm, don't take it as an advice, but
again, it's a good strategy.
A good strategy. Okay, so this is what I have experienced. So it has been 9 years now, 9 years that I have stopped taking advice from anyone. I don't follow any news channel. I don't look at any market guru, because we should realize that whatever we need is everything is there within us and there on the chart. You don't need anything else. So this is the biggest realization what I have made in my journey as an investor and a trader. So these are all that things what we wanted to share with all of you. So great. So fantastic. It has been a very good 30-35 minutes of discussion what we had. And I hope all our audience are having a lot of bulb on moments, and you can name it anything, but we are really enjoying sharing this all this with you. So the next one is something, again, a new thing what we want to do for our audience. So these are some real case scenarios and lessons what we have learned along in our journey. So we would like to share our lessons and a few things. We'll like to share it with all of you. So whom shall we begin with now? I leave it up to our guests to set the tone. Who wants to go in first?
What kind of experience, Kiran?
So this is the same thing, sir, about a particular trade or a thing what we are made, right? We have to walk. What we can do is, we can take our audience through any particular trade or something, and then showcase to them what we learned from that, what was right, what was wrong, how did we develop, how did we grow as a person, that point.
Okay, as we did talk about emotion and ego, all those things, can I talk about one trade of mine which I incurred huge losses?
Yeah, sure, please. So you want me to, so whenever you want me to share something on the screen, you can please tell me, I will share it.
Well, it's about a trade which I took on Canara Bank long way back, perhaps in 2017 somewhere.
I will just start sharing the screen so that we can just go through. You can take us through the chart itself. I think it will be
Okay.
good. So can you see my screen now?
Not yet. Yes, I can see the screen, but not the chart.
Okay, it will come on.
So go to Canara Bank.
Yeah. So you can see my screen now, right?
Right.
Okay. So we have Canara Bank here.
Yeah.
So this is Canara Bank. This is a monthly chart, sir.
This is a monthly chart. Yes, it's good. Please go to somewhere in 2017.
Okay.
Well, yeah. That's October.
Yeah.
October, you can see a very big green candle.
Yes, this one.
Yeah, perhaps I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
See, price-wise, there is a difference now because the Canara Bank got split into 1:5 recently. So what I traded in 2017 is different from what you see now. However, what matters is the candle which you're seeing probably will explain everything. And I was, as I said, in the first 5-6 years of my trading, I was learning and doing all the permutation and combination. I was not interested. In fact, there was no source of learning also. So I was doing everything on my own. But I was very aggressive on experimenting everything. So this is one place where I took Canara Bank futures. I saw the market, the Canara Bank is reaching 30 or 40 points away from the all-time high. And I took a trade confidently that it will cross the all-time high and go further. So this is the green candle where when I took, the lot size was 3,000 rupees in those days. And it was a good entry, and it was about 2 or 3 days later, I'm seeing a good profit from 10, 20,000, 30,000. It touched the 50,000 mark. So I was very happy, and I didn't know what to do. So the days, actually, the next day also, the price went up, and I was looking at about 75,000 plus on my profit. So that is the time I realized, okay, I'm going to make 1 lakh. It touched 80,000 and then started sliding back. So when it was around 60,000 or somewhere, I was definitely decided, no, I'm not going to exit. My target is 1 lakh. I was not looking at the levels or other technical things which are involved. I was just looking at the figure of 1 lakh should be my profit from this trade. Unfortunately, you can see the next red candle, the price started going down, and from the 70,000 kind of a profit, I came down to 10,000 and under. That is a time I really was very angry, and I decided whatever happens, I will not exit from this trade. So, it's like God, as Arun said, you cannot do any revenge act with a God. The market went down and the Canara Bank went down like anything. So from the 75,000 plus profit, it went down to 50,000 loss. So that is where I really took a decision finally and exit. And of course, the later part was the Canara Bank went down further and further. But my point here is, I didn't even exit at that 40,000 level, at 50% of my losing profit. At least then I should have realized, look, from 75, 80,000 level, I have lost 50% of my profit, I should exit. So in my earlier days, I know it's common for every trader, I think, these kind of emotions which are there. So do not go with emotion. Go with the discipline as a strict stop loss or small stop loss or whatever, or a target, whatever. Know what you're doing in the beginning and trade. So this gave me a fantastic experience. and learn on it a lot even till today. Earlier I never used to think about Canara Bank. I used to hate it. Now, so
I hope you
I
didn't
have
even
my account in Canara Bank successfully.
didn't even have an account in Canara Bank.
Earlier, yeah, that's what I said. Earlier, I didn't have even an account in my Canara Bank. Now I have an account in Canara Bank, and I don't mind taking a trade even comfortably on Canara Bank anymore. So it's just another product for me, and that's how it should be now. That's what I learned. I
Fantastic.
hope
Well,
it didn't amuse you guys too much.
no. I mean, in fact, it was a great learning. The thing I learned from this is, although we do our analysis, your entry is right, but then we don't follow our process in the sense. See, normally what most of us do is, once we reach a certain percentage level of profits, the first goal is always to secure a certain percentage, which is either to come at break even or secure a certain percentage. In most of the cases, 1% or 2%. See, it depends from person to person, and then keep on trailing. So this is something what we have learned. But of course, your example very clearly tells us that this is the way to do it. You have to keep a stop loss, then you keep on trailing it. You never go with see, the thing I learned from this is we are not in a position to define, okay, I want this much target. We should
Come on, that's what I said. What is 80,000? 80,000 was a big amount. From 80,000 to 1 lakh, what I would have enjoyed, I really don't know myself now. 1 lakh was the figure which I was looking at.
So if you see risk reward wise, matlab reward was 20,000, but he lost 80,000 because and even 80,000 profit and then loss also. So look at that. What is the reverse risk and reward? That's what it's not. That is what preaching is easy. Like even I am saying, but following the rules is very difficult. That is why trading is the most challenging profession. Always feel.
I'm sure in the coming up episodes, we will start sharing the latest things what we are doing because it's about past which we are talking. For the viewers, who wants to learn should be looking at from us. How do we take care of successful trades now? Correct. So probably on our coming up episodes, I will like to share a few of things.
Definitely. I mean, that's a great idea. I think we should do that. So, as you rightly pointed out, see, the vision of Divakar sir. As he rightly pointed out, no point in dwelling in the past. We should look at the future. So, amazing, sir. So, thank you so much for sharing your, particular trade with us. It was really a lot of good learnings. So, I would like our audience to, put it in the comments. What were their learnings, so that we can understand whether you got the right message or whether you were a little off the mark or something like that. So I would recommend all of you to do that. So Arun, let us now come to you. What is that one particular trade? Would you like to show us or explain us?
Yeah, I want to share like one trade of Polycab in futures.
Okay, so let me just share the screen. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want a Polycab future, right?
Maybe in August and daily candles chart.
Okay, so this is already in a daily chart. This is Polycab futures. This is the one
in August.
August, yeah, here
or something. Yeah, I don't remember. Can you show me date? I think 17th August or somewhere.
One second. I am just yeah. So I just zoomed it too much. So
yeah.
No, this is 1 second. I would like to add that. I think it went.
Okay.
Polycab features. Yeah, it is there. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Somewhere in August.
Yeah, August.
Okay. This is in August. you don't want any indicators, right?
Yeah, I don't use any indicators.
Yeah. So yeah, here it is. The chart is here.
Yeah. So I think it's 17th, or what is this green candle, big green candle we are seeing?
7th.
7th. Yeah, 7th. So that was the day. So what I did was actually, matlab, again, though we call about noise and all, so that time I was using ki, matlab, how to make big money in short period of time. So like I am a 2 to 6 days or 6 to 15% trader. That's it.
Okay.
So either I will take 2 to 6 days, that is what my holding period is, or 6 to 15% in a trade.
Okay.
So what I did, so I always trade without any indicators and all the things. So on this day, when this green candle came, so I took a very big position. I went like 400%. So full position, full matlab leverage on this trade. I took, and because I like always, like some trader I was listening to, though he's a very experienced day trader, though I don't do day trading. I do like the swing trading, short term. So, but what he told me that if you can manage your risk and you take a big trade, then you can move your account very quickly. So at that time, so I got influenced by that guy, and I tried to take a very big position. And I said, why don't I try it? Because I believe in, again, trial, not in theory. You just say and then you do. So I tried it. I took a very big trade. And then the next day only, like you see, so I entered that first day I was in profit, but the next day it started reversing. And if you take a 400%, like four times of your capital, I'm telling about one trade that I've put. So that was and I was into losses. So though it's showing 1% loss only the next day, but if you imagine, that is a big loss for 4 times if your risk. So 4% of your capital is gone just like that.
Yes.
One day.
Yes.
And then I don't know, maybe I held it till next day also. So then in the next day, I closed it around, I don't know, matlab somewhere, but it had like 6 to 8% loss on my whole capital. So
Okay.
the exact amount. So that trade gave me one lesson ki matlab that position sizing is very, very important in this game. So like people think that we are only talking about all these things in theory, but in practical, when you lose 6 to 8% of your capital, so we are always talking about making money. That's what my mindset is. If I take a big position, if the trade moves even 1%, then I will make 4%. If it moves 2%, like Polycab is a fast moving stock. So I always knew that. If it starts moving 2-3% also in my favor, I was thinking I will make 12% in one day only. That's it. So, but we never judge what if it reverses. That is where the problem is. If the trade reverses and all the, so that's why now I call myself not even a trader. I call myself a risk manager. So if you want to succeed in this business, you need to be a risk manager first and a trader afterwards. So
Great.
first you always have to think about risk. Matlab, if the trade goes against me, how much I will lose? Not, and everyone who comes to me, sir, how much your system will make? How much your system will give me in 1 month in this trade if I put futures? Like one guy came to me, he was always talking in futures. So I asked him, what is your capital size? And he was trading with a very less capital. So I told him clearly, in futures, if you are putting in one trade, you are putting 100% of your capital every trade, how are you going to manage risk? It is impossible. So people are not understanding risk. So when I told him, then I told him move to equity. How are you able to trade futures if you cannot manage risk? So any position side, first thing is risk. So if you are not considering the risk, then it is a very difficult game for you. You cannot I'm telling you, like in 10, if you can lose 8 to 10% in a trade. So can you imagine in 10 trades only you can go back to zero. That's it. So if you, that is why position sizing, risk management, these are the keywords that people, that is why I told you that process makes money. Though it might be the best trade. It was a good setup for me. It was like I always differentiate between a quality setup and a average quality setup. And I put, and I tried to put, so what I tried to do, I considered it as a quality setup and tried to put a big position size. And that's what that experienced trader was also preaching. But what I don't know how to manage my risk. So you should also know, even if you are putting a big size, you should also know how will you manage a risk.
Yeah.
So if you how to manage the big position size, then it is not for you. Then put small average position size, whatever. So that is what the game is. It is about managing the risk at the game.
Yeah, it is just like this, who is that who went into the Chakra view? Kaun hai sir?
Abhimanyu.
Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu knew only to go in. He didn't know how to come out.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's the same thing. So the message what Arun is trying to convey to all the audience is, whenever you go and talk to someone or you learn something completely. That is the very, very strong message. And Arun very rightly put, I think the most underrated thing what we do all is, what we should all be doing is this, we should actually take care of our losses. Profits will automatically take care of themselves. So that is a fantastic message what Arun
One
has.
thing also I want to add, one thing also I understood one day, that day, that we all talk about managing our emotions. But what we don't understand is, once your position sizing increases, your emotions automatically goes up. So you will not be able to manage your emotions once your position size increases. That's why position sizing, if you keep the position sizing under check, you can automatically manage your emotions.
Absolutely.
So we are all talking about managing emotions. Just manage your position size. Half or even 70% of your emotions are already managed.
Absolutely.
So,
Fantastic.
So emotion management is the best thing is position sizing management. If you can manage, but if you put a big position size, your emotions are already done. You cannot manage your emotions after that. It's very, very difficult.
Correct. Great. Thank you, Arun. Thank you so much. And coming to my this one, I would like to share with all of you. Last time in the last session, I told you about Bitcoin, and I would like to just share, what made me decide at that point of time, what was my analysis and all that. So I would just like to share the screen, and I'll just take you there. So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us go to the trading view itself. And where is Bitcoin? Yeah, here is Bitcoin. So if you see this, normally I use the concept of 20 and the 200-day moving average. That is my two indicator what I particularly use. So this is Bitcoin. This is a day chart of Bitcoin. And if you see this right now, it is at around $98,339. Okay. So when did I take this particular trade was here. See, when it was somewhere in October last year. Yeah, here. So if you see this, what was happening was it was in a downtrend earlier, and then since 2023 beginning, it started consolidating. So, and in my analysis, my process, simple thing what I do is, when the 20-day moving average is in an upward incline and it tries to break around the 200-day moving average, I normally take my entry. So somewhere around 25,500, 26,000 range, I had taken the trade of putting a very, very small amount. I put only $50. Just $50. Out of that, what I got was 0.0036 of Bitcoin. Why I did that is because first thing is, I didn't understand this asset class completely. So as a normal, because of our learnings, our past experiences and all, we as traders always know, whatever money we are risking, even if we lose, it should not affect us very badly. So that was the reason why I went in with a very, very small amount of $50. And just imagine, I never saw any red. Even from the day I entered, I didn't see a red. You see where it has gone now. From 26,000.
Oh, look at that. It is nearing
98,000 in a matter of 12 months. And you know what? I would also like to show you the thing. Right now, the $50-$60, whatever I had invested, it is right now $362.
6 times.
6 times. So
52, maybe 7 times. Yeah.
7 times. So the point here is, it is all about what I can say. So see, all of us have our own way of analyzing things, looking at the chart. We have our way of doing things and other things. But important is what I would like to share with all the audience is that, you should first of all have a belief on your system, and you should follow the process whatever you have for that particular thing. So it is as simple as that. So as you see there, it's a matter of 11 months. And also, please note that I didn't risk a big amount. The reason is very simple. That asset class was a new thing for me. Okay. So I put only something. I went in with only the learning mindset. Now I don't look back at that thing and say, oh God, why did I only invest $50? I should have invested $500 at that point of time. I don't look at it that way. I look at it with the perspective that, look, what actually this trade has taught me is very clear. Because see, that was the time actually, October last year was when I was transitioning out of my corporate career and coming into, this profession of trading and investing. So, and of course, before that also I was building my systems, and I was trading at a very small lot sizes and small trades. But I was kind of reinforcing my entire mindset, my strategy, my process, and everything. So actually, this trade actually reinforced into me that, the particular process or the particular, for example, I use a 20-day and a 200-day moving average as my guides on the charts. Okay, those are my two guides. So basically, it follows that, and most of the price respects these two particular things. So that was a kind of reinforcement for myself that, that this thing is reliable. So that trade actually gave me a lot of conviction about my process and my strategy.
Exactly. Right.
So this is where the way I think, as I pointed out in the earlier thing also, see, everything the way I do it, or the way Arun does it, or the way Divakar sir does it might not suit everyone. But we have found our own things which suits us, our mindset, our mentality, our risk appetite, our way of looking at things and all that. So the message here for everyone is that, you need to find, of course, you need to learn the basics, which is essential. And it is the same thing what I have learned, what Divakar sir has learned, and what Arun has learned. But how you will apply that thing depends on you. It depends on you. You should find something, because see, you cannot, as Arun pointed at that point of time, you cannot just copy paste somebody else's strategy and expect to get results. I can tell you this same thing. You are two people sitting next to each other, okay, with two different laptops, looking at the same chart, having the same amount of capital. I can guarantee you that both of them will not have the same results.
Definitely.
So
definitely. See, it's simple that we all know, for every trader, there is a buyer and a seller. Correct?
Yes.
So obviously that means if your view is buying, the other person who's selling you that product, his view is about the market going down. So it makes definitely two people projecting or predicting on the market to go on the opposite side. So it's very clear. All of us need not be on the same things.
Correct. So that was my learning, and actually, it gave me a lot of confidence that time. And of course, before that also, I was following the same things, the way I do analysis of the charts. So I already had a lot of conviction. So, but this was like, what they can say, the stamp of approval. So that was my learning from this particular trade. And great. And so that comes to fantastic. So great discussion we had. Thank you, both of you. So before we close, okay, what can we share as, the biggest or the best lesson for our viewers?
Best lesson for the viewers. I think, more or less we have covered, everything from the whole show. And if you're a fresher, definitely, believe in the whatever you learned. If you find one particular thing interesting, and you can implement that and go. This Bitcoin example which you gave, it's not about the opportunity which you lost there making money, but what is important that you have got the conviction on that particular strategy or thing. So that is what everybody should look out, and they believe in it, it will work.
Thank you. Thank you. Arun?
So it is just like that, like you showed on chart. So what happened is, that's what I always say. So conviction can never be borrowed. It has to be developed. So people think that by watching videos or watching books or watching great traders or listening to them, you will also become a great trader. No, it can never happen. You have to build your own conviction. So I always tell my mentees, there are only two ways to build conviction. Number one is doing backtesting. Go and backtesting on charts, not on books again. So do study charts after charts and charts. So that's how you build conviction. And second thing is, like you showed, by doing that trades, live trades. So when you see your results improving, and that's how you build conviction. So there are only two ways to build conviction, because you have to develop your own conviction. You cannot borrow my conviction, like I cannot borrow your conviction on your system, and you cannot borrow my conviction on my system. I cannot borrow Divakar sir's conviction on his system. So everyone has developed their own conviction by studying the charts and by taking live trades. And the results we got. That's it. So that is the only two ways to build conviction. You cannot build conviction by going reading. That's why I say it's not like that. Don't read books or don't watch videos. Watch videos and study books to take the idea. That's it. But after taking the idea, 80% of your time should be spent on charts and then taking live trades. Not 80% time on videos and books. That is what is happening. That is why no one is learning trading. Everyone is only after social media, social media, social media. So consume social media, then you become social media only. You will not become a trader.
But with an exception of our Beyond the Trade. Because we don't.
No, here you take the idea, and here also I'm not saying so you watch everything, but take but do it practically. Try it. Like you have now showed 20 to and 20 and 200 moving averages work. Then check for yourself. Don't say that it has worked for him. So now I will put tomorrow only I will put 5 lakh into it, 10 lakh into it. So that is not the point. Build your own conviction.
So Kiran, definitely I would like to add about my YouTube channel also along with this. So for the audience,
no,
I recently
I meant,
started,
sir, actually I don't have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah. Kiran, go on.
Actually, for our audience, hello.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We are hearing you.
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Sorry. Yeah. So actually, for our audience, actually, I don't have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel belongs to Divakar sir and Arun. So what I'm trying to tell our audience is this: what Arun said about social media, with an exception of our two particular YouTube channels and my particular podcast, because we are actually not trying to preach our audience anything. We are actually trying to tell you what are the real hard facts, what is that we should focus on, what is that we should not be doing. Okay, so these are all some things what we are actually sharing. So sir, Divakar sir, your bears and bulls and bears bulletin and Arun's swing trading mentor channel, actually I call those two YouTube channel as mine.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You only. You are giving us.
So similarly, my podcast on Spotify belongs to both of you. So it is just like that.
Definitely.
So, because this is a collaboration, what we are doing with a bigger purpose in mind, bigger vision. So that, we can impart these most important lessons to our audience and our viewers. So great. So the final truth, what I would like to share before we conclude is, see that the market doesn't own us anything. Okay, it does not own us anything, but it rewards those who respect it. So learn to, just like anything what you do, see, even outside, as a good human being, we are supposed to respect everyone, irrespective of where they are from, or what economic background, doesn't matter. Every human being needs to be respected. So the same thing, you respect the market, it will definitely not only respect you, it will give you so much that you will be thanking it forever. So that's what I meant.
That's why it's a skill. Once you learn a skill, then it's a lifelong skill. It's not a thing. It's not a job that you get to retire or your company will throw you out. So once you are in, you can stay for the life.
Yeah, correct.
Great. So thank you, both of you. Thank you, Divakar sir. Thank you, Arun, for sharing a lot of insights.
Thank you, Kiran, for hosting me.
You're welcome. So as you see, even in today's discussion, we got a new idea about. Let us talk about what we are exactly doing, Divakar sir. So we will try and bring some new things for our audience in the future sessions. So keep looking out for our new videos, and keep you can reach out to us. You will find our contact details, our Linktree links in the description under the video. So please share your comments, reach out to any one of us. So not an issue. So we will try and help you with whatever way we can. Okay, so that much I can assure you. So thank you so much. I had a great session, and I'm very sure Arun and Divakar sir also enjoyed today's session.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kiran. Same here. Definitely enjoyed a lot. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.